Hello, Form 1 student, it's Mr. Leung here, and then today I would like to recap the concept about for Unit 1, and then first of all I would like to introduce where I living in, and actually it's somewhere like here, and definitely I'm not going to tell where exactly I'm living, but you can have a guess by using Google Earth and then trying to have a look for the park which is located next to my home, which is here. And then although there's a lot of building, but you can see in general there are many trees, and then it takes time to know. And then there are many trees. How about the population? The population is, we cannot virtually find a lot of people right here, but some people right is walking, but because it's a photo, so that it's not they are not moving, but you should know that they are moving indeed. Okay, but you can see in general the population is not many, although some of the building is very high. But how about the general building in right here? Most of the time, if we are taking account into for the taking the village into the account, and you can see in general it is not very tall. Okay, because the new town may have some tall building, but indeed in general for the village house, which is not really going to having a very tall village house like the one here. Okay, just 3 or 2 4 stories. Okay, so accordingly you can see the difference between the rural area and also the urban area. But you may ask, where is the urban area? And I would like to introduce a drone footage that is taken next to the NPL, which around 1 minute. You can enjoy it. Let's go. So after the video, I think you can have a basic comparison between the urban land use and also the rural land use, and the whole Unit 1, the concept is like this. Okay, which is the difference between urban land use and also the rural land use. And in the urban land use, we are having different kinds of land use, and then we are going to talk about it later. First of all, we are going to contrast and compare with the rural and the urban land use. Okay, so from this photo, I think I may go through with you in the lesson, and just 4 of them is urban land use, which including the airport, this one, urban land use, and then also for the country part, it should be the rural land use, and then also the office building is also the urban land use, and then this one urban land user, and then this one rural land use, because it always maybe in my class in your mind you should have the BGM already, which is 在森林和原野是多麼的逍遙. Okay, which is very happy in your rural life. Okay, and then for the F is also urban land use. So accordingly, we are having different kinds of urban land use as well as the rural land use, and accordingly, in general, the urban land use is comprised of a lot of built-up area building, which include the shop and office, houses, transport facilities, and also the community facilities. Okay, which may include the library. Okay, library will be a kind of community facilities, and also you may find the community facilities just like NPL itself, because we are a school, and then we are going to give out our school premises for streaming, for the outsider for streaming, and then also the government building next to us also provide different kinds of government function for the general public. So all of them that I have mentioned about is all community facilities, okay? And how about what kind of thing is rural land use, which is B and E, okay? B again, country park, and E mostly rural area, okay? So you got this as the rural areas. So what are the difference between the rural land use and also the urban land use? And from the video, I think you have some concept in mind already, which include taller heights for the urban land use, higher population density for the urban land use, and also more transport facility for the urban land use, as well as fewer greener area. Just in the video, I've showed that in the Sha Tin, although it's a new town, but there's still a lot of greenery in the edge or in the periphery of the Sha Tin, okay? So this is a difference between the rural land use and urban land use. Height of building, taller, population density, higher, and then transport facility, more. And however, for the green areas, the urban land use will have fewer green area while compared with rural land use. The concept, the differences between the rural land use and urban land use is almost like this. And next, which is talking about the urban land use of Hong Kong, and where is the distribution? What are the distribution of Hong Kong urban land use in Hong Kong, which include, as I have said before, Sha Tin, the new town, and also Tai Po, the new town, okay? Maybe you should know. Maybe you are not familiar with the map, but you're gonna be familiar with it because for the midterm test, we are having some certain kinds of map reading component for this, okay? What's more, Tsuen Wan. And also, we are having the urban areas that's along the Victoria Harbour, which include the Kowloon Peninsula as well as the Hong Kong Island, okay? And also the Tung Chung and also the airport will be also the urban areas, okay? So in general, and also Tuen Mun, Yuen Long, and Tin Shui Wai, I'm not going to talk count it one by one. So accordingly, in general, the Victoria Harbour and along the coast, we can find most of the built-up area, and some of them will be in the new territories. And built-up areas mainly in the Wan Chai and Central, and also in the urban land use, we are having different kinds of land use for within the urban land use. And in general, recreational, and in the class I've told you mainly is for fun, okay? You can see a smiling face here or laughing face, whatever lah, okay? But anyway, the recreational land use is for fun, mainly playground, swimming pool, and sports ground, all the things which may give some fun to the general public will be regarded as the recreational land use, okay? Commercial land use, don't mix up because you have a lot of glass wall most of the time for the office, okay? So don't mix it up with the general residential building, okay? In general, the residential building is not having that a lot of glass wall, okay? This is the commercial land use, and then what's next? And there will be more residential land use also. And as I said before, you would better say this is a building instead of house, because house is talking about just 2 or 3 stories, but residential block or housing estate is referring the right thing to referring to the residential land use, okay, which is widely distributed over the territories, okay. How about industrial land use? Industrial land use, in workbook you may find some photograph, and you have to identify this one is industrial land use or residential land use. Bear in mind, industrial land use is larger in size, okay? Larger in size, okay? But for the residential area, which is always smaller in size, okay? Commercial, I have just talked before, which is office building and also shops. And the mixed building, okay? Mixed building is talking about mostly in the old area, old urban area, just like Sham Shui Po, Yao Ma Tei, and Wan Chai. Okay, so accordingly, this is just a fast glance of what you are going to have for the from Unit 1, and I think you can make good use of this video and have a recap for your what you have learned in your Unit 1. And remember to submit your workbook on time. Bye.